Hello and welcome to Shakhtar Glory, episode 61. Back here today for another Champions League game, this time against Levekusen. We find ourselves top of the group and they find themselves bottom of this group, as you can see here, first versus fourth. But as you can see here on their team news, obviously we've got a couple of injuries, but nothing too damaging. But they've got Leno out injured and Carvalho out injured. Leno, I think, is their vice-captain, obviously still a really good goalkeeper. He's 28 years old now, a couple of caps for Germany, but he's always going to struggle with that with Neuer in front of him. But yeah, good goalkeeper there, so he's missing today. Maybe that's part of why they're struggling a little bit in Europe. They're doing okay in the league. I think they're second or third. They're third in the Bundesliga currently. They've still got a few of their old players. This Benjamin Heinrichs, is he? He looks like a new player. I mean, he's not a regen or anything, but he's sort of a young player that's maybe broken through sort of recently. I've never heard of him personally, but he obviously looks pretty good. He's their key player. In the league, we're doing quite well. We're only 5 points clear of Zoya. We haven't dropped any points, but they've only lost one and drawn one. Hence, we are 5 points clear of them. Kiev have recovered a little bit now, but they're still, 13 points behind us. Our goal difference as well, far superior. I mean, our goal difference is more than all the other teams added together. So Rodrigo's the top goal scorer in the league. Shevchenko's got the highest average rating. He's our goalkeeper. And there's been a lot of stuff lately about goalkeepers not hitting their ratings and getting fair ratings. I think it's Dr. Benji mentions it, and generally that I would agree. I mean, that's something that goes back through a lot of the old games. Certainly, I remember on the old CM2 games, like you'd be winning the league easily, and you'd see your goalkeeper was on like a 5 or a 6. You'd be thinking, oh, I'll have to get a better goalkeeper, but reality was he wasn't really doing anything a lot of the time, so he didn't need to get a good rating, so you didn't need to replace him. But Shevchenko's doing really well. He's got a lot of clean sheets and stuff, so obviously he probably gets a lot of 7s, and if there's a lot of penalty save or something like that, it's going to increase that as well. But back to the task in hand. So obviously last time we played Real Madrid and we got a great 3-1 win against them at home. Babacar, Fred and Rodrigo with the goals. Rodrigo getting the banker, and the 90th minute we were 2-1 up. That sealed the game. Since then we've played a couple of games domestically. We've had a 1-0 win against Vorskla. We should have won more. We just struggled to break them down. We then followed that up with a cup game, the second round I think it is. Again, we did go complete rotation as much as we could in this game. Some positions obviously we couldn't, and the number of foreign players as well. Shevchenko was our only fit goalkeeper, so he's been pretty much never present this season. But we brought in the likes of Moreno up front, Mohamed up front, Cortez off the bench, Rojas off the bench. Fernandez has been itching for a bit of game time as well, so he come off the bench. But we've got Hagen played in place of Hurtado. Them two between them are looking like being the centre midfield of our team for years to come. If Fred does go the way that I expect, maybe leaves soon, they will both be ready-made replacements. Mohamed got 2 goals. He's coming on quite nicely. I would like to get him another loan, just to get him a bit more regular football. He's got 1 goal in 2, but yeah, I mean, his loan didn't go well at Vorskla, and he hasn't smashed it this year, but he hasn't really played a great deal, and we haven't played him in a formation befitting of him, really. But without further ado, following that little sort of catch-up then, briefly, we'll jump into the Levekusen game. So my laptop's been running very, very slowly. As we can see, Real Madrid have already won their game against Salzburg, probably as expected, I would say. We really need to be getting probably, I'd say, at least 4 points out of this game. We need to be winning the home game, and yeah, probably at least getting a draw in the away game. So yeah, that took a bit longer than expected, but we've got Babacar up front leading the line. We've got Gnabry and Boyachuk on the wings. Fred and Hurtado in the middle. Fred, obviously, like I say, until he goes, will be holding that space, but Hagen I expect to maybe come in there at some point. Malashev in the holding role. And we've got Leo, Tello, Kvitsov, Matvienko, and then in goal, Shevchenko. They're playing a 4-4-2. They've got Ilaria up front. Don't really know him, I don't think. Batshuayi, KIOTA from Wolves, obviously. Lars Bender's still there. Bellarabi on the right hand side, pacey winger. Dragovic, who I think they've signed from Leicester. Did he play for Leicester? He did. Or he's on loan at Leicester. Okay, from Levekusen. So he's left, gone to Dortmund for sort of 13 odd million, gone to Hoffenheim for 21 million, and then back to Leverkusen for 15. But he's had good ratings pretty much everywhere he's been, so a bit surprising he's transferred so much. Hoedes is there. I think from Schalke, nearly 10 million. I think we looked at him before. Don't know the right back. And Zila, I think, is the one who was at Leicester. He didn't really make an impact, and he's gone back to Stuttgart and then back on to Leverkusen. He played for United. When did Zila play for United? 2005, 2006. That does sort of ring a bell when they're going through a bit of a mad rush of goalkeepers, when sort of Schmeichel went and Barthez left, and you had Howard in and Carroll in, and was it who is that Italian guy that let it slip through his legs? It slipped my mind. But we'll jump into the game. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to get into. And no, we're straight in. So you can see all the groups on the right hand side. We're, as it stands, currently top, but we obviously want to get a win here and just give ourselves a bit of breathing space over Real Madrid and obviously Leverkusen, who we expect to maybe have a bit of a comeback at some point. But Batshuayi there looks to get through. Bellarabi's on the right, and that's a wild cross shot, whatever that was. This first half has kind of flown by to this point without really anything happening highlight-wise or chances-wise. As Batshuayi, no doubt, is going to... Oh, it's a penalty. I was just looking at their bench before that happened as well. They got Victor Moses, Leon Bailey, who was obviously being linked with the England team until recently. Come on, keeps. Shevchenko saves it. That's a great save. And they were talking about him getting that above 7-point average. He's on 6.9 at the moment, but if he keeps the clean sheet, there he is. He's on the 7. We do have a highlight now. We have a chance to do something ourselves. But Babacar loses out, which is the one thing you probably wouldn't expect him to do, but we clean up at the back. Can he win the header? He doesn't, but we clean up again. And Fred, can he do something? He doesn't really. Gnabry, obviously against the German club, has a chance to try and impress again. Boyachuk. Oh, it's a good save by Zila just before half-time. So we're at half-time, and like I say, not much has happened. Let's have a look around the grounds. Give away a free kick here, and Kvitsov's off. On the hour, he's been sent off. That really doesn't help things, does it? Now what do? I think we're just going to go to a free at the back. We'll tuck the wing backs in. Leo can't do it at all, so we'll bring Santos in there. This is... Boyachuk's not having a very good game either, so we'll bring Amaoko in. No one's really having a good game. Swapped Babacar there to a false 9, because I'm thinking he might have to drop a bit deeper. You know, we might have to drop a few players back, so he might be a bit isolated. So if he can drop back a bit deeper to pick up the ball and bring other players in, we might have to look to do that. But we were saying we were ideally looking for a win and a draw in these two games. Oh, they snuck one in. You can't say it's against the run of play. We're not even watching that though. That's just shocking goalkeeping. Shocking everything really. Where's the... Can we get one back? We do. Instant reply, and it's Babacar. I was just about to switch us up to back onto attacking, and we've nabbed one back. I wasn't even watching. I didn't see what happened. So we flick it on at the near post. Tello's there, heads it down, and Babacar just buries it away. So I don't think we are going to go to that attacking shape now. Maybe we just sit on the draw. We just bring everyone back a step. They have another highlight here. Can we nick it? Fred, he does. We're very deep in our own half here. But we've got the ball back, but there's no out ball. We snatch it again, we're just booting it away. If he could have got that on target, the goalkeeper was very much out of his area then. But he's just thought that was going out then. It looked like he'd booted that out, but Bellarabi keeps it in. Oh, that's disappointing. Just keeps it in with his pace. They play it down the line. I mean, look at them. 3 of them running at the back post. More desire than our players. Now we kind of have to go for it, don't we? We may as well put everyone back out. Hang on, we've equalised. We'll bring everyone back. We'll go down to counter. Let's see what happens. Is it Babacar again? I think it is. I have to watch the highlight because we obviously weren't watching it again. But it's a kick-off goal. Goes back to the defence. Fred gets the assist. This must be the killer ball, just over the top, and Babacar just breaks their lines, rounds the keeper, and just slots it away. So we've gone that slightly defensive mentality again. We've gone to a counter, well, counter mentality, and we've dropped everyone back a line. We have a corner. Can we nick it right at the death? We don't. So 2-2. Disappointed, but on the grand scheme of things, we've got away with that one. We dominated the possession. We had more shots on target. We weren't many off the normal shots. We obviously got more yellow cards, but we had less fouls in the game. So a little bit disappointing in that regard as well. We're going to come back on the 4th of November, so what's that, about 2-3 weeks away, for the away tie against Leverkusen, the reverse fixture. If we can get a win there and a win against Salzburg at home, I fancy us to... If we get a draw at Leverkusen and beat Salzburg, I fancy us to go through, maybe not top. If we can impose ourselves against Leverkusen and Salzburg, I fancy us to go. It's pretty much a shootout there against Real Madrid in the final game. But we'll come back for that game. We've got, what's that, 4 games? Yeah, 3 games offline, and it's the 4th game. So if you enjoyed this video, join the Shakhtar Donetsk save as a whole. Please do drop a like on the video, drop a sub to the channel. Drop any comments as well. Let me know how you think the save's going. Do you think we can win the Champions League this year? Any positions you think we need to strengthen? Anyone on loan that I've got out, maybe I should be looking to bring back in. Something I should maybe look to do differently. Just let me know, and I'll certainly take a look at it and drop any responses and whatnot. So until next time, I will see you later. Take care.